It's Trizzy, one of the top Eagles fans doing it right now. And I just had to get back at y'all. I got so much anxiety. Like, I'm thinking about this game. I've been thinking about this game all week. I couldn't sleep the other night. Like, it's been crazy. It's been really crazy. But let me get to it though. Let me get to it. Obviously, the week went by. The media is still media. Some people were saying some things. They were saying some good things about the quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles. Most was kind of like doubting him. At this point, Eagles fans is just ready to get the game over with. For the most part, the hate is still going on. The disrespect is still going on. Like, if the Eagles can't win and feed off of this disrespect and this hate, then they don't deserve to be in the Super Bowl. I'm gonna say that right now. They don't deserve to be in the Super Bowl because even though you the best team in the playoffs at this point, you got so much going against you from the standpoint of perception of the outside noise. I know the outside noise don't matter, but the perception of the Eagles is this mucky kind of like not clear. People was not sure about him. For some reason, they not sure about him, and they're pretty much blaming it on the quarterback because the quarterback's not passing it enough to their liking, which I find absolutely asinine because I can go into it. We've been going into it. The Eagles fans been going into it all season. We've been talking about the 2,000-yard rusher that we have in Saquon and running the ball, and nobody's stopping it. So why should we throw the ball if nobody? I can get into that. I can go a whole 12 minutes about that. But at this point, it don't even matter. It's just what I come to understand, what I come to realize is that the national media wants the Eagles to lose. They want Jalen Daniels to win. They want Jalen Daniels to go to the Super Bowl. He's an NFL darling right now. I got nothing but love for Jalen Daniels. You know, I'm not a hater or nothing like that. He's really good. He's really nice. But at the same time, it's just like the fact that it's so easy for people to like disrespect Jalen Hurts and count Jalen Hurts out after what he's already done in his league and in his career. It's just asinine. It just doesn't make sense. But what can you do at this point? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, the game starts at 3 o'clock, and now you can go out there and shut everybody up, Jalen Hurts. Like, Eagles fans been defending you. A lot of people been defending you. So now it's time for you to show up, whether you pass it, whether you do whatever y'all got to do to win the game. At the end of the day, none of that stuff matters if y'all win the game. And that's what we looking at this point. That's what us as Eagles fans, that's all we hoping for. We don't want y'all to get distracted and get knocked off y'all square and try to go do some extra stuff that y'all haven't been doing all year. So run the ball until the Commanders can stop it. I've been hearing a lot of craziness going on in the media. It's so one-sided. Every video that I watch, they're talking about like, oh, what can the Commanders do to stop the Eagles? Or this is how you stop the Eagles. This is how you stop the Eagles. Everybody has like this playbook on how to stop the Eagles. I'm not hearing nothing about, oh, how the Eagles going to stop the Commanders or what the Eagles got to do to stop the Commanders. It's all one-sided. It's like they're trying to break the Eagles offense down literally in every kind of media just so like to kind of help the Commanders. I know the Commanders don't need any help because they got a great coordinator. They got a good D coordinator who talked about, you know, we're going to treat Hurts like a running back, and, you know, if he want to run the ball, he's going to get hit. And it's like, I just find it so hilarious. Like, Jalen Daniels was out here running for 80 yards and 70 yards, and yeah, he can get hit too. Like, he can get hit too, pause. He can get cracked and knocked on his side and get his rib cracked. He's a small guy. Like, he's skin and bone. So it was like, it's fair game. So if you want to talk that talk, you know what I mean? The Eagles defense is not sweet. They not no punks. They out there playing really physical, and they've been playing physical since the bye week. I think people need to check the tape because everybody's so worried about Jalen Hurts passing, and they're not paying attention to the Eagles defense out here being really physical and forcing turnovers and knocking people out the game and giving people injuries. Like, that's what they really need to pay attention to. I know people love that game that we had, that we lost to them, where he scored all those touchdowns and had the turnovers, and people were just enamored by it. They're enamored by them beating the Lions. So it looked good. It's a good story. At the end of the day, I'm going with experience. Also, I'm an Eagles fan, so I'm rooting for my home team, but I'm going with experience. And Vic Fangio has the experience. The defensive players have the experience. Jalen Hurts have experience. Offense have experience. So it's just, at this point, it's not even no point even arguing about it and going back and forth about it. It's just, at this point, it's crazy at this point. So I'm going to just go through some videos and just kind of look at like pretty much what's the message been for during the season. Not even during the season, but during this playoffs. So I know Stephen A. Smith was talking about it. He was talking about like he loved how the defensive coordinator getting his message out there to the Eagles about Jalen Hurts. Like, it was just like, dog, like, y'all gassing it too much. Like, y'all gassing it too much. I've never seen this much gas in the media over one team. This team picked in the number 2 spot in the draft last year. Y'all giving them all of this cachet. Like, the Eagles didn't just go to the playoffs the past 4 years. But somehow, y'all just, and so in love with Jay and Daniels, and y'all just, the hard eyes. So, listen, we going to see, man. I ain't going to that game because them tickets expensive as hell. But we going to see. We going to put up or shut up. So at this point, we're going to have to figure that shit out, man. Saquon going to have to do his thing. And I believe Saquon can do it. But let me go to this video real quick.
Jalen returned to full practice in Thursday's practice after limited work on Wednesday. Hurts injured his left knee during last Sunday's divisional round win over the Rams, but never came out of that game. Now, Commanders defensive coordinator Joe Witt had this to say about defending a banged-up Hurts.
If he's going to run the ball and if the coordinator makes a decision for him to run the ball, we're going to treat him like a running back, and we're going to hit him that way. So that's their decision if they want to get him hit the way that he gets hit. If they don't, they'll keep him in the pocket.
All right, hold up, man. I don't know about y'all. I'm from North Philly, and all I heard was a threat. All I heard was F around and find out. If Jalen Hurts run the ball, F around and find out. That's all I heard from that response. They're trying to out-physical the Eagles, and it's like, at the end of the day, the Eagles been physical all year. It's a mind game, and it's like, he's he got his voice all deep, and he's trying to sound intimidating, and he like, yeah, they gonna run him, then we gonna treat him like a running back, and we gonna hit him. If you don't want to get him hit, then keep him in the pocket. Like, dog, who is you talking to? Why are you talking to them like that? Like, they soft or something, yo. Like, it's so hilarious, yo. That's all I heard was F around and find out. If you run the ball, Jalen Hurts, we gonna show you something. It's ridiculous, man. Who are they trying to scare? But let me go ahead.
Okay, I need to give a little disclaimer for the audience. That's Ryan Clark's best friend.
That is
RC's best friend.
That is my brother. And Cam Newton knows this better than anybody. His daddy is Joe Witt Sr., Auburn guy. And so he knows that the Witts don't play. Yeah, so,
for sure.
Absolutely.
Stephen A., what was your reaction to that sound?
I loved it. I never met the man. I want to meet the man. I love it.
I never met the man. I want to meet the man. Stephen A. Smith, dog. Like, God, the glaze is real, dog. Like, dog, you is on this man's, look at his face. You is on this man's top. You got to relax, Stephen A. Like, dog, it's not even that deep. Defenses do this every week, especially against mobile quarterbacks. And it's funny because the game have 2 mobile quarterbacks. But, keeping the same energy, they don't do that. They only keep that energy for the Eagles. Like we sweet, like we something to play with, like we somebody, like we them boys that just talk crazy to and just talk tough to. Media lost their fucking mind, yo.
You know what he did?
Well, we can make that happen, clearly.
Because you see, here's the deal, y'all. And again, Cam, RC, y'all know this a gazillion times better than me. Football is not just physical, it's psychological, it's mental. What you did was, not that this is because Jalen Hurts is a stud, he's a stud athlete, he ain't scared or anything like that. But you do want to give somebody cause to pause if you can actually make that happen. You want to let them know, we coming for you. You better stay in that damn pocket. You want to be protected. You step out of that pocket, we going to treat you like a running back. We going to hit you like a running back. Remember that pain you felt last week? Remember that? It's more that. Remember how you got concussed when you showed up at FedEx near the nation's capital weeks ago and we beat.
Are you serious? So, Commander fans, y'all don't remember when JD5 was McRib and he hurt his rib and he couldn't do nothing and because he got hurt? Y'all see, we seen what y'all quarterback looked like hurt. We seen like that happened before. That happened this season. This scenario that they talking about, it hasn't happened yet. And y'all banking on it happening because the defensive coordinator said so, because the defensive coordinator made the threat. We seen JD5 get hurt. And he had a bad rib, an ailing rib. And they try and Dan Quinn said before the game that his rib is fine. So when you talk to Commanders fans and you tell them like, he wasn't hurt, he was in that game playing, they don't want to hear that. They want to blame it on the injury because he wasn't looking good. No, the Eagles defense didn't make them look good. And Jalen Hurts played the full game. So it's a narrative going on out there, and people not keeping it real. They're not keeping it funky, and I get it because, everybody hate Eagles fans, and it's cool to hate the Eagles and all that stuff, and, people don't really question you for hating them. So it's people getting away with these crazy narratives that they're creating and that they're making up, and it's just at this point, it's like, dog, what are we doing? What are we doing? But shit can go both ways. Like, I'm not saying Jalen Hurts is not going to get hurt or get injured or any of that stuff, but at the same time, it's like, y'all got a mobile quarterback too. He can get knocked out the game too. We seen it. 2022, rookie Brock Purdy knocked out the game early. It can happen. So when you put that stuff in the universe, you gotta be prepared. You gotta be prepared for it on both ends because it could happen to either or.
He beat y'all because you had to get out of the game. Remember that? He's reminding you of the possibilities, the detrimental possibilities that come associated with the hazard of your occupation. That is what he did. And I'm like, I love it. There's nothing illegal about it. There's nothing unethical about it. A matter of fact, damn it, is admirable. It's a beautiful thing. We've been talking about Jaden Daniels all week long, all playoff long because of the way that he's been playing. This is the first time we've sat up there. Think about this. We're having a conversation right now about the Commanders' defense because of that man. That man said, look for it, expect it, understand we coming for it, and that means you got to have this because they going to do it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
RC?
No, because there's a way you do it within the rules that with Jalen Hurts' injury is more impactful. And then I'm going to say this because I'm sitting across from him. When you walked into the stadium and you saw Cam Newton on the field and you say, okay, when he run, I
can't, y'all. I can't. They're literally having a session and talking about the rules and how that if they follow the rules, they can knock Jalen Hurts out of the game. They're discussing injuring this man. They're discussing injuring him. They're discussing him getting injured in the football game, in the NFC Conference game, championship conference game. They're discussing this. They're literally having a conversation about this man potentially getting injured because the defensive coordinator said don't run the ball. Nobody's not talking about Josh Allen running the ball. I get it. Josh Allen didn't hurt himself, anything like that. But let's be real. We seen Patrick Mahomes scramble and get a high ankle sprain and come back in the game and win the Super Bowl. We seen Patrick Mahomes hurt his ankle before the AFC Championship game against Joe Burrow and came in and balled out. It's just nobody wasn't talking about, oh, they hit Mahomes. Better hope that, better hope that ankle. He better not run. He better stay in that pocket because if you hit Mahomes, he's gonna be hurt. He's gonna be out for the rest of the game. Nobody not discussing this. And it's crazy because the way how it's being discussed is it sounds like it's being discussed like it's a bounty on him. And I know it's not no bounty on him. I know. I'm not gonna say I know because I don't know for sure, but at the same time, I'm gonna be realistic and I'm gonna just say it's not a bounty on him. But at the same time, the way how it's being discussed and talked about, it's like, yeah, let's go hit Jalen Hurts. Let's knock him out the game because that's the only way we're gonna win. It's crazy. They're not talking about this. They're not talking about the center being out towards ACL. The center, the last game, season-ending injury. They're not talking about that. But before the season started, we had to hear about how the Eagles' offensive line is going to suffer because Jason Kelce retired all offseason. That's all we heard about. These dudes lose their center. And that was a rookie playing. And nobody's not talking about Jalen Carter, who's an all-pro and a Pro Bowler that got to go against him, that literally just like Swiss cheese, the Rams O-line. Come on, man. This is sports, y'all. Y'all gotta do your job, man. All these narratives, and I get it. Y'all want the clicks. Y'all want the Eagles fans. Y'all want people like me to be talking about it. Y'all want us to click and watch the video and go in the comments and go ape shit. But come on, man. Let's be real. Let's be fair. Let's be fair, man. Because at the end of the day, it don't matter how good their offense do. If the O-line can't win in the trenches, the Commanders will lose. They will lose. If Jalen Carter exposes that O-line, they don't have a hope. They don't have a chance. And that's what people is overlooking. They think this boy, they think this child is Jesus Christ reincarnated on the football field. The way how they just believe in him. And like I said, I'm not hating on him because he's a talented player. He's a very talented player. And he's going to be talented for years to come. I respect this game, but it's like he's still a rookie. He's still a rookie. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's just like every quarterback that plays against Jalen Hurts, they get propped up to here. They get propped up here. And Jalen Hurts get put down right there. And it's every time we verse a team is, well, obviously that team got the better quarterback. Just off a GP, just off the rip. It's standard. It's crazy. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. But I know I sound like I'm ranting. I'm not ranting. You know, it's just I wanted to make a video and just kind of like put my thoughts out there right before this last game because, you know, the last game is like, well, I'm not going to say this last game because I hope we win it. But this game that's coming up, I hope the Birds pull through and we get that dub and we going back to the Super Bowl. And listen, all them Commander fans that was in my comments, that was on my post when I was posting on stuff, cursing me out because I said I love Shady and all this crazy stuff. People was hating and complaining and whining. If we win, I'm going on every post that y'all said something, try to troll, I'm going to laugh at y'all on every post. I promise you. I promise you. So you better hope we don't win. You better pray. But I'm trying to tell y'all, the Eagles showing y'all how important the offensive line is and how important the defensive line is. And y'all most important person who touches the ball every play on offense, the center, has been knocked out. And y'all have to play with a backup one, a rookie backup one, I think. I believe he's a rookie. Y'all got to play with him a whole game. And if something happened to him, the backup got to come in. Like, and y'all feel so confident. So, I mean, to each his own. I'm not mad at y'all. I'm not mad at y'all. You know, y'all in the NFC Conference game and y'all excited. Y'all hoping to get to the Super Bowl. So I can't even be mad. But at the same time, man, this media bias against Jalen Hurts and the disrespect is just crazy. Like, this guy been there before. He been in the playoff 4 years in a row. This is 3 years. He's going to the NFC Conference game in 3 years, twice. Come on, y'all. Come on. So we gonna see, man. We gonna see. I just know if the Eagles know, like they know, they gonna run the rock with Saquon. They gonna run it a couple times until the defense believe that Jalen Hurts not gonna run it. And watch, he gonna run it because Jalen Hurts is a breed of one, and he ain't soft, and he gonna win. He wants to win. Jalen Hurts learned that from losing. He said it years ago. He learned that shit from losing. So Commanders, y'all been losing a lot for the past couple years. Now y'all winning. I would say act like y'all been here before, but it's been a while since y'all been here before. But y'all gonna see, man. This Eagles team has been the best team all season. It's been the best team in the league all season. Best roster all season. They've been saying that coming into the season that the Eagles had the best roster. They had simulations of them going to the Super Bowl. And look where they at. We'll see. All right, man. It's Trizzy, favorite Eagles fan. I'm going to holler at y'all. We going to get this dub, man. Go Birds, you heard?